Back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Greg Guntanas, author of the Landskedrin Mystery Series, debuting in November 2020. I release a lot of writing-related content on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Alright, in today's video, I wanted to follow up on my last video regarding ISBN numbers. Now, an ISBN number, it's a unique 13-digit number that identifies your book to distributors, to retailers, and so on and so forth. It uniquely identifies the format of your book and also the edition of your book. So in the last video, I spoke about how an ISBN number can be really beneficial if you are using your own imprint and you want that imprint to be visible on all the books that you publish instead of it saying independently published or create space or something like that. So in this video, I figured to do a screen recording on how to assign an ISBN to your book once you have purchased an ISBN number. So here I'm at Bowker's official website for the ISBNs. It's myidentifiers.com, and Bowker is basically the standard or official ISBN agency of the United States. Now, I have heard that there are other third parties that perhaps also offer ISBNs out there. I would caution any authors about that, because the last thing you want is to shell out a decent chunk of change on an ISBN that is fraudulent or not valid. So just stick with Bowker. They're the official agency of the United States, and you shouldn't have any problems with your ISBN number being valid or not. So let's log in here to Bowker's main portal. And as you can see, I've logged in, and there's a variety of tabs at the top of my screen. So this is where, once you create an account, you can buy the ISBNs. And as you can see, the more ISBNs you buy, the cheaper it is per ISBN. So like I mentioned in my last video, if you are planning on doing this for the long haul and you really are going to be producing a lot of books for your author brand, it's probably best to purchase a bulk of ISBNs instead of shelling out $125 for one ISBN, and then all of a sudden you realize you need another one and another one, and before you know it, you are paying far more than what you would have paid if you had just bought in bulk. So once you buy the ISBNs, then you need to assign them to your actual book. So what you do is you go to the My Account tab, you go to the My Identifiers, and your ISBNs will be listed here. Now, in my account, I did buy the 100 ISBNs. I plan on publishing a lot of books in my Landskedrin series. Currently, I have 2 that are slated for publication next month. And as you can see, with the various formats, paperback and ebook, I've already used up 4 ISBNs. So the ISBNs quickly get used up, and if you happen to have audiobooks as well, then the ISBNs would take up your audiobook slot as well. But what we'll do here is I'll click on one of these assignments that I've already made. I don't want to assign a title that doesn't exist and ruin my ISBN count or something like that. But let me show you how I assigned my paperback version, for example, and maybe that will help you when you're in that process of assigning your ISBN. So here I have book 1, The Night Contract. Let me click on that, and here it'll say assign your book's title data. Here's my 13-digit ISBN that is assigned for this book. And right away, it's pretty straightforward. What is your book title? You put that. If you have a subtitle, you put that here. Here you would put a description for your book if you have that. The medium, and this is essentially the format of your book. Is it print? Is it ebook? Is it paperback? You need to delineate that, and then specifically for print, is it paperback? Is it hardcover? Once you do that, your genre that you need to list, there are a variety of genres. Here I have selected fiction, mystery, and detective. And as you can see, there is also a slot here to upload your cover. I've uploaded my cover here for the first book. I'm really happy about the cover, and in the future I can do a separate video about finding a cover designer that suits your needs and your genre. But for now, let's go further down. Authors and contributors. If you are the author, then you want to add yourself as a contributor to the book. So here I've added my name, a little bio about myself, and where it says author, I've clicked that. If you're an editor or something like that, you can also add an editor, but if you're the author, you can just add the author. Then when you go further down, this is where some of these nitty-gritty details can be very important. So first of all, your publisher name. If you have an imprint that you have developed, you need to put that imprint here, and this will appear whenever you are publishing on various platforms, because once you go to, say, KDP, for instance, and you want to upload your book, and you upload your book with your ISBN number from Bowker, your publisher name will appear instead of it saying independently published or CreateSpace. So make sure you put your publisher name, publication date, try and stay true to that date if you can. I've been told that you don't want to switch the date necessarily, because this is going to be the official record of when sales started with your date. So try and really hone in on the publication date for your book. If you're thinking, I might publish this book in a month or in 2 months or whatnot, maybe err on the side of caution and put a 2-month publication date. Where it says title status, here an active record would mean that your book is actively out there and people can buy it. I put mine as forthcoming because it's not officially released yet, and as you can see, there are all these other sort of options that are available for you as a publisher: postponed, out of stock, on demand, and so on and so forth. So make sure you put the right status for your book. Now, target audience. If you write fiction, this is generally considered trade, so you can put the trade category. Now, obviously, if you write YA, you can put young adult audience, but I think those are the main two if you write fiction. If you write some sort of educational textbooks or things like that, then you can sort of peruse the other categories here for the target audience. And then finally, at the very end, you get to your price. And this is very important because this is an active record. Once it goes on sale, if you try to get your book into bookstores, or if you want certain distributors to have your book, if you happen to want to publish wide, for example, you need to set a dollar amount for your book for that specific format. And that dollar amount can be changed by the actual retailer, but the record will show the original price point that you have. So here for my paperback, I have priced it at $14.99. When I upload it to KDP, KDP can essentially do whatever they want with the price. Amazon can discount my book to $5, $6, $7, doesn't really matter. But in the record, in the active record, this book is retailing for $14.99. So make sure when you are assigning your title for your ISBN, make sure you set a price point that is not only in accordance with your genre, but is also realistic. The last thing you want to do is set a price point that is ridiculously low and conversely set a price point that is ridiculously high. A $40 price point for a paperback is probably way too high, for example, and perhaps a $1 price point for a paperback is way too low. So make sure you find a sweet spot, do some research in your genre, see what other authors are selling their books at, whether they be indies or whether they be traditionally published authors, and go from there. Then you click submit, and that will take you ultimately back to the main page. I'm just going to click out of this, and you see after that your status will initially say pending, and then after about a day, perhaps 2 days, then the status will change to assigned, and then that means your ISBN number is officially assigned to that particular format of your book. In this case, the Night Contract, this ISBN number here is assigned to paperback, and as you can see, I also have the Night Contract ebook and my other two novels, or I'm sorry, my other two ISBNs for the second title in ebook and paperback. So that's basically how you do it. It's very simple. I think everybody should get their ISBN number if they want to publish for the long haul. Think of this as a business, and think of yourselves as authors that are trying to build your brand, because at the end of the day, even though we love our craft, writing is a business, and if we want to really get our books in the hands of as many readers as possible, we need to think sort of as business oriented as we can. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments for other scribblers out there, leave them down below. I really enjoy hearing from all the writers out there who comment on my channel, no matter where you guys are on your writing journey. I really like hearing your stories and what's working, what's not working. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments as well. Now, if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. It's a way for YouTube to determine if my content is resonating with other writers out there. So I'll see all of you in the next video, and as always, keep scribbling.